rank by intelligence. I'm very curious as to how they do
Everyone.
this. Do they ask people questions, or did they just like do it based off of looks?
Thanks.
Should we just like go down and do
intros?
Yeah, I'm Sade. I'm 24. I work in finance. I have a bachelor's degree. I went to Yale.
I'm Tyler. I'm 21.
What college you went to don't mean shit. Just the fact that she went to Yale tells me she dumb.
I'm a software developer. I went to Ohio University, and I have a
Kaylee's the smartest one.
bachelor's degree.
Maria, I'm 30 years old. I have my PhD in cancer biology, and I work in a biotech industry. Grad school, I went to University of South Carolina, and undergrad, I went to University of Florida.
Hi everybody, my name is Sean. I'm 27. I'm the director of social media for a company, and I also work for a digital ad agency. I got a double major in dance and cultural anthropology. Undergrad, I went to Loyola Marymount University.
Hi everybody, I'm Ray. I'm 24. I graduated with a bachelor's degree from Harvard recently, and I work in consulting.
Oh, y'all are babies. I
know, that's what I was saying, is age a factor?
I think intelligence is better defined as your adaptability and your problem-solving skills more than it is your education. Obviously, like the education, the stuff you've been through puts a lot into play in it because it gives you more resources, more thoughts to draw from. The formal education definitely helps, but I don't think it's in any way essential.
So what is the most
essential?
So the most essential thing would probably be common sense.
Yeah, so for me personally, I think intelligence is both EQ.
I would put him at the bottom only because when I was in school, all the other people with like the bright neon colors and stuff, they were typically the ones doing worse in classes. If we were ranking confidence, I'd definitely put Sean at very first place.
But
So
you just said
we're going.
you just said school don't matter, Tyler. So which one is it, nigga?
I feel like I have a good combination of both, like book smart and street smart. So yeah, I think I have some input on that. There's so many aspects to intelligence. It really goes beyond IQ.
My boy Rice Gun been in the hood,
Two
bro. He was
different
out
factors
here.
that
He
don't
got the
really
street smart.
Obviously, out of everyone here, I've got the least formal education. I consider myself intelligent. My mental dedication and my ability to adapt and to problem solve. What I do in the Marine Corps, I'm a seaborne defense specialist. So I think that by virtue of what I do, that already requires some amount of intelligence.
Sorry, quick question. So do you think that only certain people can do your job, or do you think anyone can do your job?
Only certain people. You have to take the ASVAB before you go into the military. That's not really how much you know, but how well you can learn.
Not everyone can sit in a fucking can sit there and involuntarily walk into a gas chamber for what I think was like half an hour, bro. Hey, watch a documentary on what the fucking Marine Corps do for combat training, bro. That shit's crazy, bro. They put them niggas through hell.
Information, and I got a 94 on that. It's not an amount of how much you study, how much you know. You're not gonna really get better at learning. Does that make sense?
I strongly disagree with you don't get better at learning. The idea that you can get better at learning is a pretty big signifier of intelligence. I'm very much dyslexic. I have ADHD, and I'm on the autism spectrum. Dyslexia means that there's a big gap in comprehension. So I was scoring 99th percentile in certain areas and like 3rd percentile in others. I'll never be able to learn another language. I took Spanish for 12 years, and I can still basically only order a burrito.
These niggas put way too
4,
much value
5,
on school,
6.
and that just tells me they
One,
all dumb as
immigrant
hell.
parents, first generation going to college, humble, modest.
That don't mean
2,
shit.
me, I don't know, PhD, cancer biology scientist. I work in a biotech company. We make COVID-19 testing kits, stuff like that. And then 6. It has nothing to do with your background. I don't think you really have the highest EQ out of all of us. Tyler, he ranked last for me personally because the way he carries himself. He was ranking intelligence based on his point of view and not taking in other people's point of views and compiling results, but really just came down to his body language, his demeanor, the way he carried himself, the way he acted towards the group.
Down. Who got the most?
Sean was pretty up there too.
Tyler, just go to the back, nigga. You already know, bro.
I'm between Harvard and Yale.
I think that I sort of expected to be ranked a little bit lower. At first glance and first interaction with me, it's hard to tell how intelligent I am. It's hard to tell how intelligent anybody is.
Is anyone upset with where they're standing?
I think it makes sense that I'm down here. Like the guy who graduated from high school and then joined the military, he probably wouldn't be like high up on there. If I was in their shoes, I definitely would have also ranked myself among the lowest.
I do feel like there might be a prejudice acting in terms of ranking you
Okay, I was thinking that
highly.
too.
But I agree with the ranking. I think you probably are the most intelligent out of all of us. I would feel weird placing you there and not acknowledging the dynamics
get it at first.
in which we did so.
I didn't get it at first. I get it now though. Okay, I don't want to hear their reviews of the IQ test, bro.
Was it get into the
Alrighty. Let's see. Wait, can we get the numbers? Okay. So, god damn. Fuck it. Alright, whatever. Who had the highest? Alright, so that they was right about number 1. Who had the lowest? I told you niggas! She had the best education. The bitch with the lowest IQ had a PhD. The bitch with the lowest IQ had a PhD. The bitch with the lowest IQ had a PhD. The bitch with the lowest IQ had a PhD. The bitch with the lowest IQ had a PhD, my nigga. I'm in college. And I'm gonna tell you straight up. You don't have to go. It don't mean you smart. Do what you want to do. I'm in here because I want to be a software engineer. I need that shit. Look up jobs. They all ask for a 2-year, 4-year degree. PhD, my nigga. You know how much school that is? That is 8 years, bro. I didn't underestimate Tyler. I don't think the Marine nigga, he definitely wasn't the dumbest, bro. Like, y'all, they need to get rid of that stigma that these Army niggas are stupid. Because that is not true, bro. People go to the military for different reasons. And yeah, people who generally do bad in school go to the military, but it don't mean just because you stupid you go to the military, bro. Like, you still gotta be smart, bro. They are fighting wars. They are fighting against other countries. You need to be smart. I didn't give the Asian dude that much attention. He looked way too fucking plain for me to even care. But I was right about, you know what I'm saying, Tyler and Kaylee, the two, number 2 and number 3. I knew they were gonna be on the high end. Cause like, you know what I'm saying? 1, I know what it takes to be a software developer. 2, I watched documentaries on like Marine Corps training. I know that you gotta be kind of smart, bro. But I'm glad the bitch with the PhD got the lowest. Yes, go.